What?
When you get the camera on, you want to make it look professional. That's why it's not always as good.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to TRD Adventures. Hope everyone's all well out there. As always, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. So we had a good little bit of some running footage there. Sorry about two different bodies. My first body was something I was trying with, and I was like, wait, I have a body that's going to fit very well. And the reason for that is we have my Class 3 here on the table, but it is not the same Class 3 that we saw last time. It has changed. And we are continuing on with my venture of bringing on and showing off different chassis and everything else here. So today on the bench is the Class 3 and the changes it's done. So first off, this is the Delta Plastic Scalar body. I had already had this here, but the color scheme was already painted, was not going to flow with the truck. So I went ahead and actually painted here on the outside with a nice little hexagonal camo pattern. Overall, I don't think it came out too shabby, and I like it. Underneath here, we have the GK01 chassis from GK Competition Chassis. Overall, this is a super sweet chassis. It has a lot of possibilities, a lot of capabilities with it. My friend and teammate, Sean, has ran this chassis for quite some time and has told me about it many times about trying it out. So when it came time, as now, to start changing up and going different directions, I went with this for Class 3 setup. They also have a different version of this, a GK02, which is a Capra rail based swap to basically disassemble your Capra and put these rails in its place to get more performance out of your Capra and keep that transmission and stuff like that. But this is the GK01. We have some more link adjustments here on the backside versus the Capra rails. Overall, everything does look really nice, and you can see here we do have a very high rise on the chassis. Everything is nice and down low, and it is a little more forward there, so weight bias on this chassis is a very key part of it. And just its overall, dude, all these mounting holes, shock possibilities. Comes with some chassis braces here and some little shock keys if you want to add on to these existing mounting holes and get even more shock tuning options out of your chassis and everything there. This was a pretty easy swap, especially for C3. Both front and rear axles are steering, servos mounted on the axle, so I don't have to worry about chassis mounted servo or anything like that, and just the rails. So my wheelbase and everything like that, and I just unbolted the rails and put these new rails on. All the links, everything lined up perfectly to a mounting hole that it already had. So all that went really well. For axles, we're running the Super Shafty CP44 Capra axles in titanium, 4-wheel steer, G14 servos. We have an A6 1600 kV in here. We're running the Silent Assassin ESC from Zero Gravity RC, and this ESC has just put in tons of work, and I'm just so happy with this ESC, and everything's nice and quiet. Did a little bit here with some body mounts that I already had, little spacers just to make them appropriate for this chassis. We have the front bumper up on here. Like I said, overall, everything's came out really good. Sliders, I am leaving it sliderless for right now. I did just, again, take some aluminum here, fold it up over, so hold my battery and everything like that. I did take a servo mount right here and bolted on the side for my servo winch to just kind of set in there, and again, also kind of put that servo mount forward. Now, this isn't done yet. I still have some work to do. I have a new transmission setup coming for the C2, and then the T210 out of the C2 is going to go in here. But for right now, it does have a Team Garage Jack transfer case, and in the works RC Ford motor mount that I've modified to fit in this chassis. Obviously, I don't like how tall it is up here. Spur gear kind of comes through, and so I had to make some form of a cowl here on the body. Even being as high as it is, it's worked really well. Have taken it out several times now, and it is just putting in work. I'm super happy with the setup and everything. The layout here, everything just flows really good for its build, and it puts in work. I've seen it at many events lately. I said my friend Sean, he's ran this for a long time, and the rest of his local crew run them as well, and it just always seems to be a working, performing chassis every time. He's talked to me about this chassis several times before, and then starting where it is, I've had some lengthy conversations with him, talking about directions, stuff like that. And he really suggested I give this chassis a go for my Class 3 setup. He's seen it in person. He knew what all it was going to be involved with swapping everything, and he knew it was going to be straightforward and easy enough for me to conquer without messing up too bad. And I did accomplish that. So big thanks to Sean there for helping me point me in a good direction for the C3 to get it started. And again, super happy with it. This chassis is just, honestly, it's just a beautiful setup here. Just the curvatures and the way everything's set up. And this right here, this whole belly area here with its forward weight bias, clearance again increase, and the breakover on this is exceptional. I'm really digging it. Definitely feeling a gain on my vertical climbs and my side hill ability too. Now granted, when I change this transmission, it's going to set up a little bit more, and honestly I want this motor. It's just up way too high, but I was excited. I wanted to take it on. I was like, I think I can make this work, so I did. But I knew it wasn't permanent. I knew I was going with a different setup for C2, so everything I can just kind of recycle stuff, and then this stuff will find its way in another build. Definitely a good idea to always have stuff like this on hand for an extra reason. For example, if you decided to just change up every single one of your builds and just bring in more, you have plenty of stuff to swap around and get builds going and have fun. Now, yes, I'm just changing up lots of builds, because honestly the build, I've mentioned in my videos before, the building process, making new builds, taking them out, that is one of my favorite parts of this. I honestly enjoy building a lot of times more than just driving. Now granted, yes, I do have plenty of fun out there driving and just seeing what every single one of these trucks can do, but the build process for me is just so fun and just so worth it in my opinion. And it's a whole new world of chassis and possibilities and build directions. So this is now my current C3 setup. Now, yes, I know the bug is currently gone, but the bug is also broken. I broke the body very significantly at King, Missouri, as well as a few other things. Now, barring new rules come October for Sorka, I do have another bug body in the stash. This will be bugged again at some point. But there will be some more C3 action as well. We're also going to do some work on the Kiddo's C3 as well. Stay tuned as this adventure just continues on. So, hope you enjoyed the running video and a little bit of the talk through here, what I've done. Any questions, any comments, anything like that, as always, put them down below. Do my best to get everything answered. I'll try to get everything linked up, what I used here on the C3. So, until next time, everyone, have a great one. Crawl on.